All right, guys, we are here doing another $25 $1.5 million first place on Underdog. This is the Alpha Fantasy Football Show. Any questions you have about fantasy football, put down in the comments there. And let's get started. We'll get you over there. All right. Okay, guys, we are here. Alpha Fantasy Football Show. Here we go. Let's go get into it. I tried to get in one of those big dogs again, and there was not enough people in it. So we're going to do another one of these. It's probably not reading our location here. Underdog is aggravating with this. I swear. All right, here we go. We are ready to rock. All right, we're waiting on 4 people, and we're going to get going here. Some of the news today from around the league, basically, Ayuk finally got his $30 million, so he should be happy now. Dante Foreman is back on the Browns, so we have 3 running backs now in Cleveland. Technically 4, I guess. Chubb's hurt, though. All right. We got the 3 spot. Finally a good one. 3 spot. And with the 3 spot, we're probably going to go with any of these top 3. All these 3 right here in the front. I don't think anybody can get higher than them this year. I like Amon, the Sun God, Ross A. Brown. He could be there. So could Brees Hall. Brees Hall could get there. Justin Jefferson, Bijan, but it's going to be very hard for them to get there, I think. Brees could do it with just a crazy year. But CD and Tyreek, if you go look at Tyreek's he's got 170 targets last 2 seasons, each season, 300 points each. And he's going to get a lot this year. But you pretty much have to take CMC at that first one. He just smashes at that spot. Nobody, like I said, Brees would be the only one. All right, we're going to take Tyreek Hill. Let's go over to the board now. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 badges in here with us. And for those of you guys that don't know what the badges are, I'll tell you again. Red and white badges mean that you've done over 1,000 drafts at least. Black and white, you've done over 500 drafts. And if you are with no shield, you're under the 500. All right. Let me see here. And I don't see anybody in here that I really know that I draft a lot with. I've done a few with him this year. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're coming up on the 11th spot. This is pretty much standard. Your first round. Amon-Ra St. Brown. These running backs, Brees Hall and Bijan, have been moving up quite a bit, which I understand why they're doing it. They're trying to get what they call an anchor system, anchor running back. It's become pretty popular, especially with Brees and Bijan this year. Basically, you draft one of those top running backs, and then you just slam wide receiver, and you don't go back to running back until usually round 6 or round 7. You get those out of the way. All your wide receivers. Um, McCaffrey, you can do it with. Obviously, he's the number 1 overall pick this year, but these two you can do it with for sure. They have a lot of upside. I think Bijan is not doesn't have as much upside as Brees. I think he's going to lose some touchdowns to the backup there, Tyler. So he's kind of a vulture. He's a big body. Bijan, he's gonna spell Bijan. So I think Brees will be on the field a lot. So it should be good. Okay, went Drake London, and here's my thing with Drake London. I'm not high on Drake London this year. I know he's got a new quarterback there, but Cousins is old. He's coming off an Achilles tear, so he's working his way back, and he's gonna work. He's gonna work hard, and I know Cousins will get there. But Drake's got a little bit more competition there. Darnell Mooney coming in. They got Ray McLeod, who's been doing pretty well in camp, from what I understand. Bijan, 2 running backs. Then they got Kyle Pitts. So Drake London, I think, has the skills, but I don't think he goes higher than, I don't think he outscores some of these guys, like DK Metcalf, guys you're getting in the 3rd round. Debo. Even though San Francisco did throw the least, Debo does score pretty well. Those San Francisco 49ers wide receivers they do well. Okay, it is on us. We got to get back over here. All right, I say that we go ahead and take Cooper Kupp. He has moved up a lot since the beginning, but he's a guy that, when fully healthy, he is tough to guard. He should be back on track. And I'm going to be kind of looking here when we come back around. Saquon went right before mine. We'll grab Cooper Kupp. And then let's see what they do here. DK Metcalf, we were just talking about him. Now, this is an interesting spot that I'm in. People are kind of backing off of Kyron. I do like Kyron here, but I do like a lot of these wide receivers right around that. Let's see how it falls. But I would be okay taking Kyron. It helps get the stack, and what I say by stack is, we have Cooper Kupp. If we get Kyron, we can get a stack going. And a stack is something that is usually with your quarterback, but you can do a stack without your quarterback, because they tend to teams that go off and do well in games and score a lot of points throughout the season. You can get a running back and a wide receiver from that team, and they do really well. All right, let's go back over to the board. You can check out Alave. I like what this guy is doing. He's got Christian McCaffrey, and then he's just hammering wide receivers. That's the way to do it right there. All right, so we got Ayuk. I got to say, this is a tough one. Devontae or Malik Neighbors? What do you guys think? I'm kind of feeling Neighbors here. I do like Kyron as well. Let's go with Neighbors. I liked all 3 of them there. Neighbors, Kyron, and Devontae. I'm not big on Daniel Jones' play there. I don't have a lot of Malik Neighbors. That's why I went Malik Neighbors right there. I have very little of Malik Neighbors actually. I have some shares of him. Everybody's all big on him, but I'm really not. But I do want to have some kind of exposure to him just in case he does go off. And I think in this situation, it's okay to do that. Do that here with two top end, wide receivers, Tyreek and Cooper Cup. If they both play to their potential, I mean, you're looking at 300-point seasons right there from both of them. And Malik, I think the Giants are going to be behind quite a bit in games, so they should throw a lot. But I didn't have exposure to him. That's why I did it. All right, let's go over here to the board. But it was really between Adams, Kyron, and Malik. Those three were the definite answers. Obviously people are kind of down on Devontae with his quarterback play there. But like I said, didn't have a lot of neighbors, so I say we grab him. And neighbors definitely has the talent. If he was on a top end team with a top quarterback, I mean, you'd be talking about first round, second in just beginning of second round for him. DJ Moore, Stephon Diggs. So let's go through these real quick. I like what he's doing. Like what he's doing. Of course, I like what I'm doing. So here, I'm not a big fan of this. It could work for him. Jamar Chase, Saquon, and Derrick Henry. But it could be tough. If he doesn't, he's gonna have to hit wide receiver for sure. Escott 4. I'm not real big on that either. He should have gone Bijan and then just slammed wide receiver in best balls here. These are a lot. You draft in these a lot different than regular leagues. Regular leagues, PPR leagues, your regular home leagues that you do that a lot of you probably used to. These are completely different drafting. Obviously, a lot of the players go in the same area, but this is definitely different. The first round goes a lot of the same. Obviously these first 8 guys are off the board in regular leagues. And I love this right here. Jefferson, Harrison, and Diggs. I like that. I don't know how Diggs is going to end up being this year. We'll see. I mean, I think it's just a learning curve right now with new team, new offense, and Strode. I think they'll get on the same page. I think Diggs has lost a step though. But there's a lot of mouths to feed there too. So, we'll see. Like this start here, I probably wouldn't have gone Pacheco there, but he could smash in that 3rd to 4th round. I would have probably waited and grabbed another wide receiver there. Get over here. I'll kind of scroll up. How about that right there, guys? So Travis Ian went, Zay Flowers, Tank Dell. Pretty good start here. This guy right here is going to, Mahomes comes back to him. This is what he's doing. He is setting up the stack we were talking about earlier. Rashee Rice and Travis Kelce. Jalen Hurts, he's a quarterback you can take naked. And when I say naked, that means that you don't have anything stacked with him, which this guy does. That's why he took Jalen Hurts here. AJ Brown. So it's a good take right there. Like I said, I think he should have gone to the wide receiver here. Then he gets Hurts. Then he comes back around and grabs a running back. And let's go look. Let's see what was. Well, we got our pick coming up here, so we'll go back. Let's see. What was the name? Oh, throw K1. All right, coming back up on us here, we have 3 wide receivers. I don't have a lot of Josh Jacobs. I think we're going to take Jacobs here. It's either that or take Andrews and then try to hope to get Lamar on the way back so we can get that stack with Lamar and Andrews. All right, it's on us. All right, let's McBride is tempting here too because we do have Cooper Cup. Let's go Andrews. And we'll see if it comes back. If it doesn't come back, we'll grab Josh Jacobs. Somebody's probably going to grab Josh Jacobs, though. So. All right, so he went George Pickens. We need 3 picks. 3 picks, and we can get Lamar Jackson, which is a nice little stack. We don't have to go back to quarterback or tight end if we don't want to until very late. And see, I don't like this at all. He started good and then grabbed Jacobs there. I would have just kept him in wide receiver. You got to have wide receivers, guys, in these best balls, especially this tournament. Okay. So we got sniped on Lamar Jackson. Can't believe that guy took him. Okay. All right. I'm kind of feeling I like Xavier Worthy too. I say we go with Worthy. I think he's going to have a pretty decent season. So we got 2 nice veterans, got 2 up and coming rookies. Neighbors guy that can, hopefully do something there, and he's got the goods. Just see how they do. And Worthy, I think they're going to use Worthy a lot like Tyreek Hill. Now, Worthy's a lot smaller than Tyreek Hill, not height wise, but weight wise. Tyreek's close to 200 pounds, and he runs crazy fast. Xavier, much skinnier, probably 35 pounds lighter than Tyreek Hill. I think he's coming in at 165 or so. I'd have to double check my stats, but I think that's right around where he's at. But he has a lot of upside on that KC team, and especially if if they have any kind of Brown Hollywood Brown's already out, so we'll see if they when they bring him back, and Rasheed Rice, they'll if he has any kind of legal deal with his thing that happened with the car chase and all that, then Xavier Worthy could be very, very big for us. Let's see if this guy what he's going to do now. He didn't get obviously Patrick Mahomes, so he goes back to he went and got a running back, and that's okay there. Okay, I like our start, guys. We've got 4 wide receivers, top tight end. Now we can grab a running back, wide receiver, probably right in this area. We'll check what the quarterbacks are here, but I don't think we have one that's going to stack up in our business. So we maybe, we're 8 picks away. We could have probably maybe grabbed Kyler if we would have had you know, McBride, but we didn't go that way. And maybe we should have. But that's kind of how you get into a system and following, where people are going to fall. You know how people are going to which player is going to go where. As they move up and down, it gets a little trickier where where they're going to go. But you kind of figure it out and you kind of get it down to a pattern once you do. And the whole key to getting good at these guys is just like if you're working out or if you're practicing for any kind of sport, you just got to do reps. Get in the smaller events, the $3 ones, the $5 ones. Uh, get your reps in so you can understand how these flow and where you can get your guys and where you can chance things. Because to be honest with you, the $5 puppies, they're called on Underdog, they're called puppies. They are actually probably the sharpest action. By when I mean sharpest action, they are probably the hardest to draft in. A lot of guys in there are smart, and you're dealing with some guys that aren't. But yeah, those puppies, they can be pretty tough, but it's great practice for anybody that's new to best ball, and it's cheap, you know. So I would always tell people to go there. All right, so here we go. We go back to back right here in round 6 on the turn. And now they're cleaning out wide receivers. These guys are all catching up at wide receivers. He's good on wide receivers. He's good too. And it's coming up to us. We need to go back over here. I like Joe Mixon here. I'm okay with Joe Mixon. Let's see. Yeah, I like Joe Mixon here. His ADP is 63, and we're sitting at pick 70. I think it's okay to go ahead and grab him. He could he's gonna have a lot of probably goal lines. He's gonna have a lot of, you know, they're not gonna stack the box against Joe Mixon this year. They're gonna have to worry about all these wide receivers and tight ends. Strode should be rolling this year. And I think here we can go wide receiver, or we can go back and grab a running back here. Maybe Connor to get a little correlation. And by what I mean correlation means playoff weeks, but in this case, week 17, we get that with Cooper Kupp. So yeah, this would have worked out really nice. Probably if we'd taken McBride earlier, we could have grabbed Kyler Murray and then grabbed Connor, and we could have had some really nice correlation going on. And we could have actually grabbed Kyron when we grabbed Malik Neighbors. So probably what we should have done. Hindsight's 2020. Okay, back over to the board. We're coming up. Let's see what these guys do. Okay, so he went Ladd McConkey. Okay, he went Kamara. Lightning Jigba. I think we can catch up here on wide receivers here in a bit. Let's see what we get down here. I guess pretty slim, huh? The Jigbug's moved up so much. I do like Watson too. I'm going to go with Connor. I'm going to go ahead and get our second running back. And then we'll slam wide receiver when it comes back around. All right, let's get back over to the board. So how far are we off here? Let's see. So about 18 picks or so, 19 picks. Is that what it was? Yeah, 18 picks. Okay. And what you can do too is kind of start looking when you're in these rounds and like after somebody goes by, kind of look. You can go and just add 18 to whatever we're at, but you can kind of scroll down. You can kind of see where you're going to be at in 18. So this is kind of what we're going to be looking at right here in this range. All right, these guys are going wide receivers. Is gone. Let's go take a look at the teams. We'll go back over here to this one, the one we said we didn't like. Let's see how he's caught up, and he's done a really good job. So he went Bijan, Debo, Kyron, and then he just slammed wide receiver, and that's the way to do it if you're going to do this heavy two running back early. Just slam wide receiver and then just wait till things fall, because you can grab three tight ends at the end and even go three quarterbacks, but you just need one of those to get you 10 or 11, 12 points a week. And if you outscore everybody else in other positions, you'll be fine. Okay. All right, guys. Let's go over here to the board for you guys so you can see the board. Here we go. All right. Better. Sorry, guys. Mm-hmm. So we got Zamir White going right there, and I tell you, I don't know what to really think about Zamir White this year. I think that line is going to be horrendous. And they brought in Alexander Madison. He is going to get some work too. So I'm not real huge on the running backs there. I think Zamir White could be a good running back on another team, but it's not looking great. I don't have a lot of him. I think Aaron Jones is another one too that's kind of right there on the cusp. Obviously, he can still run. I think his age is not an issue. He's still in that 28, 29 range. But it is kind of when they start kind of slowing down a lot of running backs. And, you know, he was kind of injured and he hasn't played any. Obviously, they're not going to put him out there on ready. I think Ty Chandler could get a little bit of his go, but, his work. But, a lot of people think Aaron Jones might be a bust this year. We'll see. Um, it's going to come down to Sam Darnold with that. You know, the wide receivers are going to be open. He's got two great wide receivers. The running backs are fine. The line's going to have to hold up, which they have a decent line. It's not horrible. But yeah, they're going to have to. Darnold's going to have to sling the rock. All right. So, kind of where we were thinking, right in this area. Now we got to figure out which way we want to go here. I'm definitely not taking Addison. We've got three guys on bye week 6 for our wide receivers right now, which you can still go. You can go. You can have 4 guys, but we don't know what is also going to happen with him legally. I'm going to go ahead and take Dobbs here. All right, so we snagged Dobbs. Let's see what happens here. We either go Jordan Love or we go and grab Tony Pollard. I'm not big. I mean, I like Josh Palmer. I think he's fine. I'm not thrilled about the situation there. So Tony Pollard goes. So maybe we grab, and this goes back to here. If we would have grabbed Christian Watson earlier, we could have maybe have stacked Jordan Love at this point. Because we would have grabbed Dobbs. And I don't have a lot of Jordan Love just because the way things have fallen this year. And I wish I had more of him. Let's put him up here as a star as of now. And if we can't snag him, All right, so we're gonna take Love, Jordan Love. Come on down. All right, let's go back over here to the board. We'll scroll up for you guys. So yeah, Curtis Samuel goes there. Hopefully, we can get Wicks to come back around. I doubt we'll get Dontavius Wicks to come back around, but I have seen him fall in drafts. There is what everybody's thinking. I mean, I get it. I think all those, they all have talent. You know what's crazy? Stat I think I saw it today too was, CD Lamb just got his 33 million or 30 million or whatever he got, uh, and the Green Bay. That's for Green Bay has like all four of those wide receivers under contract for like less than 10 million. I want to say it's insane. It's insane. But yeah, those guys are going to get huge contracts somewhere next year. Green Bay's got to figure out who they keep. Christian Watson's a great receiver. That guy just can't. There's always something going wrong with him. Whether it be it's usually his hamstring. He's had issues with that hamstring for years. But when he's playing it, that guy can ball. He gets open. And Reed is very similar to a Debo Samuel. And then we've all seen Dobbs, and we've seen Wicks. They all can get it done. Should be an interesting team to watch this year for sure, especially with Jacobs there. They could put up some big points. It's hard to pick which ones are going to go off though. That's a lot of mouths to feed. So we'll see. I don't mind taking Dobbs, and then hopefully Wicks comes back to us. And, we get two of the guys. This comes back to earlier as well. When we were thinking about taking Jacobs, that would have been set up real nice for us. Jacobs did go though. All right, so people are starting to get their quarterbacks. It's a real popular area for quarterbacks. So if you can, a lot of wide receiver and running back value will drop in these rounds because people are snagging these quarterbacks and they're all on pretty good offenses that should move the rock. Jared Goff, one of the best offenses. Joe Burrow, one of the best. Dak Prescott, Caleb should be fine. They're loaded. And then Jordan Love, all these guys, these quarterbacks here, all top, all of them were in the playoffs besides, Burrow they didn't do their thing last year, but obviously we know that he has the goods. But, his injury, yeah, I'm actually kind of a little nervous about Bengals this year. His injury, that injury is people that have had that surgery have had issues coming back. Uh, I hope he's fine. And then the whole thing with Jamar Chase and all that going on, he hasn't practiced any hardly. So usually when you see those guys that hold out and like do this, a lot of times, and he's already injury prone. A lot of times they'll come back because they're not conditioned right, or uh, they're just not on the same level with the play callers and the quarterback, same page, and they end up getting hurt. So I'm not real happy about what's going on in Cincinnati as a fantasy guy. All right, let's go over here. Now, usually they get it together by, well, here we go. If we can last one more, we can get to Wicks and we can get to Stack. Oh my God, got sniped again. Okay. Well, I think we go and we grab Jerome Ford. I do like Rico Dowdle, but Jerome Ford should get a ton of work in all the current situation that they're in. And the whole running back thing too in Dallas is, you know, it's not ideal. I would like Blake Corum here too. He gives us some correlation with Cup and Connor. Even though I think people are going a little nuts over here on Blake Corum, uh, I like him, and yes, he could get run, but they're not going away from Kyron. And all these people when they came out and said that he was going to be the punt returner. It's not a big deal. Uh, you know, Cooper Cup was a punt returner. There was years ago too that they did it with another player. McVay did, and completely. I want to say it was. I don't remember, but it was another player. He said, "Oh yeah, he's going to be our." It might have been Alec Pierce or something like that. Anyways, he said, "Yeah, he's going to be our punt returner," and it, he returned like one punt, and so I'm not worried about it with Kyron. I think he's going to be just fine, and people are probably blowing Corum up a little bit too much, but the upside and everything is there, and I think they are going to give him work. But they said the same thing about Zach Evans last year. They drafted Zach Evans. All this stuff came out. McVay was like, "Oh yeah, he's electric. We're going to use him. That's why we got him in the draft." And then they barely used Zach Evans at all. Now he's a smaller back. I get it. He's not a Blake Corum size wise, but they said the same. He says the same thing last year. But you're not going to go away from a guy that just put up those kind of points and did what he did last year. I mean, they're not Kyron. It's Kyron's job. They're not going away from him. So all these people that are, the thing with Corum is you're hoping Kyron goes down, but he's not going to get 200 carries or anything like that. It's not happening. That's something you're hoping he goes down. All right. So we are sitting 11th round here. Jacoby Myers off the board, Mike Williams off the board, J.K. Dobbins. I like J.K. Dobbins and that whole Chargers thing too. They're gonna run the ball there. I even like grabbing both of them at certain times. If how the draft falls. Sometimes you just got to get those running backs that are from those teams that are going to get a lot of run, even though you don't like them. Jerry Judy Schultz goes off the board. Okay, guys, let's get over there and let's look at what we're kind of going to be looking at here. Let's see our team. So we've got our quarterback. We've got 4 running backs, 5 wide receivers, top tight end. I think we go back to wide receiver here. We got Michael Wilson there, which correlates with our Rams and our Arizona for week 17. And I think the way to go here too, guys, is Stafford. It's going to be pretty close. This is not a reach right here for Stafford. He's never coming back around to us. So we have to grab him. We got to grab him within these next 2 rounds. We can't wait. This is okay. And then we have 2 quarterbacks that can sling the rock on high-powered offenses. Okay, one more pick here. Guy got Michael Wilson from us, but at least we get Stafford. Ugh. And here, I would love to get Davis Davis or Downs. I know Downs a little banged up. He should be back in time. He's going to miss a week or two probably. And I do like Aguirre. I like Hubbard too here. Maybe we knock that out and get our. Well, he's got Hubbard there. I like Ray Davis. I think we'll take this. If we can, yeah, we'll take Davis. We got an ADP of 127. We're sitting at 147. So we'll take Davis. They're going to be throwing the rock there a lot in Jacksonville. So that was a good take right there. Nice little 20 ADP pickup right there. All right, let's get back over here to the board. All right. So we grabbed Gabe Davis. That was nice hit right there, guys. Nice hit right there, Gabe Davis. We finally got one to drop to us, somebody that dropped to us that we could get some good ADP on. And now we need to get another tight end and a running back, but we'll probably keep slamming wide receiver based on, what comes up here. But yeah, any guys, if you have any questions, draft, anything, team, what's going on your team, trades, send them to me. Whatever it is, dynasty, I played everything. So any questions about best balls and strategy about best balls, send them to me. I'll get them in my email. I can answer them. You can put them down here in the chat, or you can email alphafantasyfootballshow@gmail.com. And we'll go ahead and get that rocking. All right. So and let me know too, guys, what y'all want to see. If you have any any ideas of anything to make the show better, send them to me. What you want to see more of, whether it be more news. I'm gonna do all kinds of skits about all kinds of things, strategy and all that. Just new to YouTube now, so this is only like my fourth show. And also, guys, if you're some of the last two feeds live streams, something's going on with my connection. I'm trying to figure that out. So bear with me. It gets blurry in a few spots. I'm on a new connection tonight, so hopefully that will work. But if it does not, I'll get it figured out, and we'll get it where you guys are streaming. You can see everything. And I can't wait, because we're going to be doing a lot of drafts in season this year. Underdog runs a lot of other drafts. We'll do dailies. We'll do all kinds of stuff. So you guys can kind of see how best ball works. And you can, the weeklies and everything work. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so let's get back over here real quick and let's start looking what we need to do here. All right. We need another tight end. I like Musgrave if he can fall to us. I doubt that he will, because we have Jordan Love and we can get that stack. How far are we? 8 picks. Yeah, I doubt he's going to fall. But I've seen it with tight ends. I don't want to grab Hunter Henry. We've already got somebody on week 14 bye. Let's see. This guy's got one tight end, one tight end, one tight end. So probably most likely one of these guys is going to pick up a tight end. I do like Khalil Herbert. I think he's going to get plenty of run, or he's going to get traded. And I like Gibson. So 2 running backs there that we can go to the well on and grab them. And if we can't get tight end Musgrave, oh yep, he went. Okay. Uh, we've had hoping some stuff landed to us. I do like Marshawn Lloyd late. AJ Dillon is on IR for the season. I'm sure they're going to grab somebody, but they got Emmanuel there. But Marshawn Lloyd is the rookie. The guy is good. Josh Jacobs doesn't have the greatest track record of staying healthy, so we'll see. And Jahan Dotson, I don't know how he's staying up as high as he has stayed. Okay, it's on us. I say we grab let's grab McMillan here. I like McMillan. He's got a lot of upside. I think they're going to use him a lot. And the guy that he was battling with is you know, he's gone. What's his name? Can't think of it right now. Trey Palmer. Trey Palmer is hurt right now. He's dealing with an injury. And McMillan already had the job already from him. So, McMillan, they can move around. Obviously, Godwin's going to be back in the slot. Godwin's had some injuries too. So I really like McMillan this year where you're getting him at in these drafts. Round 14 is really good upside. They should be tossing the ball quite a bit. Oh my god, this guy went and grabbed Lloyd. Okay. Well, I say we just grab Gibson here. I do like Allen as well. I think Gibson's going to get more work though. Brees Hall has to go down for Allen to have really any kind of. And we'll go down here. We'll grab our star, Demarcus Robinson. He could fall to us. And then we also have Greg Dortch. I'm not huge on Greg Dortch, but Kyler Murray likes him. He's running with the ones. He's sitting out every game, so he's obviously on the starting lineup. Uh, Zay is out 5 games, suspended. So Greg Dortch is going to get some run at the beginning of the season, so he could give you some, some weeks. All right, tight end. I do love Jawan Johnson. Any of my friends know that, but I do like Colby Parkinson this year. Colby Parkinson. There's a beat writer, and I forgot her name, out of the Rams, LA there, and she is saying that Colby Parkinson, could be just they're going to use him a lot from what they've seen at practice and what she's heard. So, and he works perfect with us. We have Matt Stafford, and we've got the Rams stacked up here. We got Corum, Cup. So I do like it. And let's see, we got Connors for the correlation too. Green Bay, we've got stacked up. And Green Bay, I believe they play Minnesota in week 17. So we've missed all pretty much Minnesota. Dang. We're getting sniped here, guys. Oh. We're getting sniped. Robson goes. All right. We've got 3 picks left. 3 picks left is what we got. We're stuck there. Okay, there it went. Jermaine Burton. I like Jermaine Burton this year too. I'm not big, like I said, about the whole thing in Cincinnati, but if Jamar Chase, if they have issues with him or if he goes down, Jermaine Burton's going to come right in and he could be a surprise this year because right now he's the 4. He's been battling with Sovas, and they gave it to Sovas as the number 3 as of now. But Jermaine Burton's had a great Great preseason. Okay, so that's him right there. Losivas. Losivas. Andre Losivas. All right. We've got 4 picks away, guys. And we have 3 picks left, so we know we need a tight end. And we have 7 wide receivers. I say we grab Dortch. We're getting pretty good ADP on him. A little extra ADP. Well, Dortch just hit. Well, we got got hit again there. Okay, man, these guys are sniping us tonight. Let's go Parkinson. And Whittington, I believe, is a trap. Whittington is a Longhorn guy. I'm a UT guy. Born and raised here in Austin. Uh, Whittington, I think he's a trap because he's not the number 3 or 4. He's probably the 4. Uh, I don't even know if he's the 4. He was probably the 5. Tutu Atwell, they like him there. He's good. Uh, and as of right now, he has been battling for number 3 with Demarcus Robinson. Demarcus Robinson is older. People don't know how. I think he's 31, 32. But Tutu Atwell's younger, and he's a good football player, and he can, he's been competing from what I've heard through camp and the beat writers there. So, Whittington is a trap. I would not go for him. I know he had a great preseason, but these guys are playing against backups. This happens every year. These guys go to preseason and they just they go off and people are just watching. Oh, look at this guy. He's doing great. Look at him in the game. He's, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. Well, then it comes regular, they don't understand that, he wasn't playing. So it comes to regular time and they're not out there. So I think we're okay right there. I do love Jawan Johnson. Let's see. I like Dayami Brown here. I think he's going to be sneaky. Sneaky upside. He's got to be the 2 or the 3 there now. So he's going to be on the field. All right, let me get over here and get you the board so you guys can kind of see what's going on. All right, so our last pick, we either go running back or tight end. I think we're okay at 2 QBs. Everybody's all about these three QBs nowadays, which I agree. I have a lot of teams with 3 QBs, but if you can hit right on the 2 QBs, it's pretty huge. The 3 QBs, really helped people in that week 17 if it hits right. They're stacked though. It doesn't work if that you don't have guys connected to your quarterbacks. That's the difference too about regular leagues and best ball. Here you want to stack. In your other leagues, it's not such a big deal. If you can get the number 1 with his quarterback, that can work out for you really well. But here it's necessary. Best balls, you have to stack. You have to stack and you have to correlate. And then God willing, it comes down and you got the right team. They're just a lot of fun. This to me, these are more fun than regular leagues now. I love the regular leagues because I get to be with my friends and hang out with them and talk to them, especially my buddy Big Cat. We're always back and forth talking smack to each other. Uh, some of the conversations are crazy uh, between him and I. But it's just the camaraderie and it's the fun. Obviously you want to win, but these I love doing these best balls. And honestly, if you've loved the draft, to me, drafting is the best part of the entire season. Obviously playoffs and being in the championship's fun too, and winning the championship's fun. But this is so much. Drafting is the funnest part. Everybody gets excited about the draft. So if you like to draft, you need to be doing these. Even if you do a few a year, every year, they're just fun to do if you enjoy drafting. What's great about Underdog is you can do, you know, they have all different prices, $3, $2, $5, $10, $15, $500, $1,000, all the way up. And I'm sure they're going to eventually get some kind of crazy one going, a $5,000 buy-in or $2,500 buy-in. I think $2,500 buy-in would be a pretty good one. Uh, you'd get some of the heavy hitters in there, and be interesting to jump in those. All right, so last one here. We're gonna stick with the two quarterbacks. I don't think there's a quarterback really we would want anyways. We don't want no Minshew. And Fields, I think Fields is a bit of a trap too. But he has a lot of upside. Like if you want to grab him late, sometimes completely okay. Let's see what we got at running back. Do we have anybody that we really want to grab here? I mean, I'm not seeing a whole lot that I like. Emmanuel Wilson, maybe. He could begin his backup. I could just see something happening there in Green Bay, though, where it's just like one of those years where it's just like boom, 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 everybody going down. And, this guy, Emmanuel Wilson, is, savior. What do you think? You guys want to do it? I say let's do it. Let's grab it. We were just talking about him. Let's do it. Emmanuel Wilson, you're now a Texas Banter player. Okay. We will run through the teams. It's probably just best for this to finish, and then we'll go over here to the drafts, and we can kind of look at them. If this guy will pick. Okay. He's probably already left. Really, we can go through mine real quick. Jordan Love, Matthew Stafford. We've got good running backs. Have Blake Corum stacked, and we've got. Okay, so we're gonna go to completed here. We need to find Best Ball Mania. Let's go ahead and put on Packers. Packers, and we got the Rams stacked, and it is 8:30. Okay, save. All right, let's look at it here, guys. We can just start at number one position. I grabbed Christian McCaffrey, Josh Jacobs. I like what he's got going here. He went with both Carolina running backs because he knows Chuba Hubbard's going to be the start, and then Jonathan Brooks will probably take over, or it'll be some kind of split back. I'm okay with that. He also did it. I don't much like it. He did it twice in this. He did it with Josh Jacobs. He's a Green Bay, and Marshawn Lloyd. He's a Green Bay, and like we were just talking about, we really got the Green Bay running back, right? So we've gotten to the third string. He'll start as the backup because Marshawn Lloyd is hurt. I think we know we got to get lucky with that pick, but he can give us some crazy early points at the beginning. And if Josh Jacobs goes down, and Emmanuel's actually outrunning Marshawn Lloyd, hey, we just hit something big there. We got a guy in the 18th round that can finish top 15 in the running back category, so it's not bad. It's good to take a shot there, but yeah, I don't like what he did there. I like I like where he was thinking here. It's okay to do it once. I'm not big on twice though. At least he went back and he got Audric Estime. He could have some upside, but he's still at this point is probably number 3 or 4 on the depth chart. But he could get some run for sure. I like Audric Estime late as a flyer. Wide receivers, pretty good. He stacked Herbert, which I like. Like I said, I don't know how that's going to go there in the Chargers. We know they're going to run, so we'll see how McConkey and Palmer. I actually think Palmer's going to be the guy there for wide receiver. McConkey, I think, may catch a lot of balls though, but this is half point PPR here on Underdog, so I'd probably like to go with Palmer over him for sure. And he's got Jake Ferguson, TJ Hawkinson, and Hawkinson's a bit of a trap, guys. I don't like Hawkinson this year. I wish, I do like him, but not this year. He their bye week is week 6. He can't come back until week 5. They're not going to bring him back week 5. So he's going to be out past week 6 most likely, but minimum 6 weeks. So it's not the 4 weeks, it's the 6 weeks. So, and even when he comes back, we don't know. There's a lot of mouths to feed there, and you got Sam Darnold as your quarterback. So I'm off of Hawkinson this year. I've had very little of him. So it's my advice to you guys is to kind of steer clear of Hawkinson. Now, in your regular leagues, if you have an IR spot, it's okay to grab him because you can stash him, and if he does pan out later on in the season, it doesn't cost you anything because you've had him sitting on IR, but you can go grab him in your draft late as a second tight end and just put him on IR. And but make sure you have an IR spot in your leagues because some leagues don't have IR spots. Okay, number 2, Strode. He's strong at quarterback, and we've got James Cook, Alvin Kamara. I like what he did at running back. That's all fine. He took both of the late Chicago guys. We know one of them is probably going to get run. With Swift. So, I think that's okay that he did that because he's got 3 strong running backs. Wide receivers, love his wide receivers. How he started, finished a little weak. Quentin Johnson, we don't know what's going to go on there, but it's not real good sounding. Jordan Addison probably going to get suspended, maybe. I don't know. A lot of mouths to feed there too. And then Tyler Lockett. I like Tyler Lockett. People are kind of down on him right now. That Najigba should take over this season, but I don't know if that's truly the case. Tyler Lockett's banged up. They're being real cautious with him right now. He's got a leg issue, but that's about it. But he's going to be fine for week 1. I like the tight ends are fine. Cole Kmet's a little shaky. I don't know if him and Everett are going to be, alternating or sharing snaps. That's all kind of up in the air. I think nobody really knows. We already looked at my team, KKKFC. So he's got great quarterbacks. Running backs look good. Let's see if he got any stacks here. I like his wide receivers. Good wide receivers. He's the one that sniped us on Wicks and Wilson. So I like what he did with wide receivers. He got, on for his later wide receivers, he went and grabbed guys that are on pretty high-powered teams, Wicks, Arizona guys, Cincinnati. All those guys should be throwing the ball a lot. Xavier Leggett, they're probably going to throw quite a bit too. But Looks like he was trying to go for the Carolina stack because he did have Deontay Johnson and wasn't able to get quarterback Young late. But that's probably what he was trying to do. Is going to try to go 3 quarterbacks in this build. But once he saw Young go, he decided not to do that. Little weak at tight end. John Smith. I'm not. I liked him before he was splitting snaps with oh boy, but Smythe, I think it's Smythe. Dallas Goddard's a little banged up, and Dallas Goddard, I don't know. Everybody's always like about all about him. I mean, he does about what Fryermuth does, and I think Fryermuth could actually outscore him this year. But he's like a Schultz. But everybody's like, oh, he's so consistent. I mean, he's really not. And there's a lot more going on there in Philadelphia this year. So, I don't know. Okay, this is number 5 spot, Allen and Drake. I like this is your typical, um, you know, grab a great quarterback and then don't hit quarterback again with Drake May. Love his running backs. He got Ramondre stacked with Drake May. Let's see what else you got here. So he did get Keon Coleman and he got Shakir stacked with Allen. And I like his wide receivers for the most part. He's got some guys that could, and he even went and got Mac Hollins. So he went 3 Buffalo wide receivers, and Mike Hollins could, pan out. And he also did Dalton Kincaid. Might be a little too much, but I have seen it work. 3 or 4 weapons there. And let's see, New England. I would have probably, if I was him, you can stack New England pretty easy this year. I would have probably gone and maybe not gone Hollins. He did get Hunter, but he got no New England wide receivers at all, and they're pretty easy to get. So he got a running back, and he got Hunter Henry with Drake May. So should have got some wide receivers with them. Okay, let's see. Scott, he was 6. Like his, there's that Bryce Young right there. Looks like he did snipe him probably from that guy. If you look here at ADP was 197 when he picked him 10 picks ahead. So he reached for him. We got Caleb Williams, Deshaun Watson, all that's good. Love the running backs. Just the guy that started like that. And then he caught up. This is the one I was saying he caught up. And he did. He slammed, was catching up really well. And it looks like he grabbed Bryce Young just so he could get the stack with Adam Thielen here. And let's see, did he get any Chicago? He did get Chicago. He got 2 Chicago wide receivers, Keenan and Rome, and nothing with Cleveland, I don't believe. Oh, he did. He got a Amari Cooper. Awesome. Yeah, so he could have a team that's going to compete, going to put up some points, especially if Brock Bowers comes through for him. But this is one of those situations where, you've got 3 tight ends there. Brock should be good. I don't know how good he's going to be right out the gate. But yeah, these guys, they can put up, 10, 11, 12 points. Everett, like I said, he's going to be splitting carries there, reps. Oh, we just did him. Wet ball, decent quarterbacks. He's got guys, flyers down here. Grad Purdy, obviously, he probably has. Not big on his running backs, though. I like Trey Benson. I like these 3 here, but real weak at if A-Chain goes off, I mean, but he's going to be weak against other teams later on. Love his wide receivers. He did good there, and he stacked him with Will Levis and Detroit. He's got a little correlation with Brock Purdy and Amon. They play each other in week 17, Detroit and San Francisco, and he's got Laporta there. He's great on tight ends. Good there. Okay. Okay, so we got Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence. He took a lot of running backs here. Looks, what is that? Seven running backs. I like Kenneth Walker, and it looks like he went pretty much. He grabbed Kenneth Walker and then didn't really go back to running back for a long time. So he basically grabbed guys that are a good number twos and guys that are up and comers like Tyrone Tracy, Trey Sermon, and I like Will Shipley. I'm not big on Trey Sermon. I do like Tyler. I like Jordan Mason and Ty Chandler. All those guys could have quite a bit of run this year. And if it works out, this guy might hit pretty big here. So we go down to his wide receivers. I like his wide receivers. He's good there. Um, he's got, they're all solid for the most part. I don't have no issues there. Evans and Noah, I like that too. Okay. Thrill, what did you do over here, Thrill? Jalen Hurts, Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, all fine there. He's going with a 3 quarterback build. Nick Chubb's obviously banged up, but he could. The way I look at Nick Chubb, I'm not happy about him so much, but I look at him kind of like a rookie. He's going to miss the first 4 weeks minimum, but he's the kind of guy that can, carry your team on later on, like later in the year, if he still has what he has. Now, how much work they give him, I don't know. And I don't think they're going to give him a full load until, week 8, week 10. I think they've always split the carries there. They were a run team, but they know, they are wanting to go to the throw now. Cleveland does. So it's not it doesn't bode well for Chubb. It doesn't. Jerome Ford's there, Pierre Strong. They got Dante Foreman back. Now they might get rid of Dante Foreman once Chubb's back and rolling. But this guy is strong on running backs. He's strong, all 5 of them, and if Chubb works out, it works out. Wide receivers, not bad. He started good. I like Brian Thomas. Mike Williams is, hit or miss. I like Slayton late. I think, he's going to, he's kind of free at number 2 that's free. I'm not big on Jahan Dotson, but I know why he did it. He was just getting the stack, and with his quarterback Hurts. Tight ends are fine. All right. This guy, he went 4 quarterbacks. I'm not a fan of that at all. It's pretty much wasted picks. Running backs, he's fine on running backs. Looks like grabbed all the Chargers back there. He knows they're going to run a lot. He probably is not great on wide receiver though, with all that's going on there. Puka's fine. Evans, Rashee Rice, and then he got Cortland Sutton, and then he's in bad shape at wide receiver. Probably has no chance of moving on unless these 3 wide receivers or 4 wide receivers just really hit every week. It's going to be tough. And then I like his tight ends. He's fine there. And Greg Dulcich, I don't know. I don't like any of the tight ends in Denver this year. It's probably going to be a split. And they're going to run the ball. Dulcich, if anybody, if like for offense, that's the guy you want though. Not Troutman. Troutman's going to be in there for blocking, but he's probably going to get more snaps because they want to run. So this guy, I have no issues at QB. Running back, he's started the stack with Chase Brown and Burrow, and so he took the whole Cincinnati backfield there. Not a bad way to roll. He has to hope none of these guys go down. And wide receivers, I like it. It looks good. He took some good late guys too. I like DJ Shark as a flyer. There's going to be crowded there in the Chargers camp. Just with wide receivers, they've got 5 or 6 that are all very similar. Jermaine Burton, could go back up, and that could work out with him with Joe Burrow. Demarcus Robinson, he's kind of a sneaky guy that people are, he had when he fills in, he does pretty well. They throw a lot there in the Rams. He's good on tight end. So his team's going to compete for sure, especially if these running backs stay healthy. All right, last guy, Anthony Richardson, Kirk Cousins. That's fine. He went too many running backs, I think, too. Looks like he has 7. I mean, he was fine. He didn't have to take P. Ryan or Justice Hill in this build. He had 4 studs that are all number ones with Ray Davis as a backup on a strong team. People thinking Ray Davis is going to do pretty well this year as well. I do too. But yeah, he wasted picks there and his wide receivers. And you can tell when you waste those picks, you can tell when it comes down to your wide receivers. He's got number 3, Jalen Tolbert. I like Tolbert a lot, and I do like Wandale Robinson a lot. But they are 3s on their team. He'll be tough for him to move on. And I don't think Kyle Granderson is going to do anything. All right. Okay, guys, that is all for tonight. We'll try to do that $500 one tomorrow, the next day. It's filling up quick. And right now, this is grind time, guys. So there's not a lot left. Not of, it's fixing to fill up all of these. So if you're going to get at them, get in them. And, send me any questions that you have. Good luck. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. There'll be some kind of stream tomorrow. All right. And don't forget to give me the thumbs up and the subscribe button, please. Thanks, guys.